Hi. I wanted to update on what I was saying in my last video. It's only like a short while later. I watched it back and it's like I was gabbling on. I didn't finish explaining anything that I was saying. So, all the different topics virtually, I didn't carry on and explain what I meant. I just moved on to something else that came to me. Terrible bloody way my mind works. It's called spiderweb thinking, I think, isn't it? When you're just shooting off, it's like a child, not a bloody adult, you know what I mean? Nearly pressed the wrong button there. The reason for a dirty fast is because I had a massive headache, and if I don't have coffee, I just get such a headache, and I didn't want to make it so difficult on myself, have that on top of not eating as well. I think it's for me, just to have some liquids, bits of plant milk. That's such an achievement to do that in 24 hours. So I'll be happy with that. Once I've weaned off coffee, which I do plan to do, it's partly so that I could fast because it's really hard. It stimulates your system when you have, it's easier to fast on just plain water. So that's part of why I wanted to wean off coffee. But anyway, I don't want to be, because it's the addiction thing. I want to get rid of all addictions as well. Anyway, that's another thing. And when I said about I wanted to show you before and after, make a video before and after, I meant on the emotional side. I was saying, oh, look, can you see, a difference? And okay, it might do. You might be able to see something, but I doubt it because the lighting's so rubbish and stuff. But it's an emotional level, how does it make me feel, kind of thing. Yeah, does it make a big difference? Because actually I was watching a guy who was doing a lot of fasting and found him really inspirational. So I watch stuff like this because I'm so afraid of it. So I watch quite a lot, even though I know I'm not meant to be doing it, because I've always known I should do it because I'm afraid of it, because I'm into self-development, and that's what you do when you're trying to grow. You face all your fears, And this guy was, he did a ton of fasting, and he realised after a while it wasn't giving him the kind of enlightenment or insights about himself or whatever that he wanted. And then he moved out to the jungle and with his, and so anyway, I won't go into that. And what he's found now is giving him enlightenment, so I have to watch what that's about. And that's the video where he says at the end, him and his wife say, I love myself. So that's where I got that from. If you've watched any of my other videos, you understand what I mean there. On a physical level, 24 hours might not make that much difference, I realise. You might not be able to see anything. But I will mention though, can you see it on this side? Is it this? Oh, this side. That mark there on my face, it's gone down a lot since I've been doing, it's intermittent fasting, because I haven't done a 24 hours yet. So that has really made a difference to that. It's much lighter colour now, because it was really getting dark, in the end of it, but it's lighter. That's the first time I've had, since I got it, that it's looked better, so that's brilliant. Something's working. I imagine that's to do with liver there. I don't know. I haven't managed to find out what that area of your face is linked to, sort of thing, because kidneys are up here and stomach and stuff all up there. So I don't know. Liver should be up there somewhere. So I don't know what it is down there. Yeah, I don't know. And your heart's meant to be the tip of your nose, because mine's always red, so that's a bit worrying. But I put that down to alcohol, because you get a red nose when you drink alcohol. I don't drink much, I'm really sensitive, just little bits, but anyway, I don't want to talk too much because I'm fasting. Let's say alcohol's another thing I'm addicted to. It's just breaking the emotional thing, and also because I've had it for so long, I've had to have a little bit every night for so long. It would be a massive detox probably for me now if I just cut it out. So it's the emotional side. Oh my god. I didn't explain, I want to video myself like once an hour or whatever. Or ideally, I was going to set it all up so I did it, hour 1, hour 2, etc. right through the 24 hours. Oh no, not through the night, obviously, once I've gone to bed, but just to help people, because that's what I've wanted. I wanted to watch people struggle through the worst of it and see how do you do it? It's making me cry now. How do you do that, I want to watch somebody else struggle, or just talk, afterwards, like how, but nobody does. Everyone seems to fast and they don't video themselves in the first couple of days, because that's the hardest, isn't it? After day 3, people feel better, and then they start making videos, you know. I want to know how you get through the worst of it, you know, because that's a bit that gets me, you know. Anyway, I won't talk anymore. Got pause. Yeah, to give people courage, you know, who are like me, you know, they've got everything going against them or whatever, or they're just so afraid of it for some reason that, you know, if I do it and I show myself at least once an hour or something, not, you know, while I'm writhing around in the bed in agony. I mean, it hasn't been too bad so far, you know. Yeah, I'll talk about that in a minute. Hold on. Yeah, just to give people courage. Anyway, it's only 3 o'clock. I'm really worried about that because I've got as far as 5 o'clock. I remember going to 5 o'clock once. It was some months ago now. Yeah, I don't know when. In May time, I think I went through a period of pushing it with the fasting. So I might have done longer than 19 hours actually. But it's only 17. Was it 18 now? 9. Oh, hold on. Hey, it's 18 hours now. Yeah, I might have done 19 because I remember I went right up to 5 o'clock. But my flatmate was about, and it started to get really stressful because he was saying stuff. You shouldn't fast and stuff, I think. I can't remember, and it's the evening time that I find so hard. Everyone says they find the evening hard, you know, if they're doing a 24-hour from the night before. It's the evening that gets hard. But I find evenings hard not to overeat anyway. Like last night, I could have stopped after one bowl of food because it was big, and I thought, if you eat any more after that one bowl of food, just go and kill yourself because it's not, you know, it's ridiculous kind of thing. Oh, I know that sounds really negative. Being real here, this is what I struggle with. And I did have some more food, but not much kind of thing. And I was all right after that. It felt right. And this morning, you know, the fact that I was really headachy shows I would have been worse, much more detoxy and headachy if I hadn't had the extra bit. So it's really trying to judge it, you know. And I started to count on the calories, and I can't believe how little calories I'm having. But they say, like, you know, your basal metabolic rate, because I'm not getting much exercise, I only need, and because of my weight and height and age, activity, I only need about 1,300 calories. And yesterday was 1,400 odd, but the day before it was only less. Well, exactly 1,000. Although I wondered if I'd forgotten to write something down, so I wasn't 100% sure about that. So so little calories, and because you know, I'm going down in weight again. It's like, Jesus. Oh yeah, that's the other thing. That hold on. The other thing that I didn't talk about, reasons I really shouldn't be fasting, is adrenal fatigue is the reason why I've lost so much weight. I suddenly, you know, I used to not eat all day so that I could eat all my calories at night, because that's my worst time. I'm scared to go to bed on an empty stomach. It feels like I can't cope. It's too much to do. Like, nighttime's really stressful. Now I've had these memories about what happened to me growing up. It makes sense, but I don't want to talk about that right now. Nighttime I'm terrified of going to bed without anything in my tummy, and stress myself out now. Mine's going blank because I look stupid because I didn't immediately pause, so now I feel stupid. Yeah, I can't remember now. Drag. I hate that so much. Yeah, it's just come back. I used to fast all day. You know what I mean? I didn't fast all day, but I had very little food all day, like breakfast and lunch, so that I could eat all my calories in the evening. So I could like finish my work and then just eat and then crash kind of thing. You know, it's like and get to a point in the day where I could say, that's it, I don't have to push anymore, I don't have to stress anymore, I can stop now for the rest of the night kind of thing. Because like if I eat like 7 o'clock or something and I stop, you know, 8 or half 8, and there's still quite a few hours to go, I don't like that kind of thing. Or like if I'm going out and stuff, I feel scared and so, I can't explain it at the moment. Get back to the adrenal fatigue. So apparently if you starve yourself like that, the way I was doing, because I was really pushing it. And I remember going to my auntie's funeral, and that was up in London from the coast, was I living, or in Kent I was living, so I had to travel up to London on the train, go to this funeral, and the time I finished the funeral, it was like 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and that was way too late for me. Normally I'd have had something, well before then, and everyone there, well, they phoned my dad and said I looked really ill and stuff. They didn't say it to my face, and that was just before I got obviously I was in adrenal fatigue, but then it was sometime after that suddenly all the muscles started coming off my body. I started losing weight really rapidly, and my bum completely disappeared, sort of thing. And I realised what it was immediately, because I'm studying food and health and stuff all the time on the internet, kind of thing. And so that's how comes I'm so skinny. But I've been trying to put on weight, and it looks awful on me. It doesn't suit me. My bum disappeared. My legs went all skinny at the top and stuff. It's horrible. It just looks gross. And so I've been trying to put on weight, but every time I put on weight, it just seems to go around my middle, sort of thing. And because I'm sedentary and I don't get enough exercise, and because of my age as well, doesn't help. Because my age, sedentary, I don't actually need that much food, and it all clogs up in my guts, and then I feel miserable because I feel tired, because it makes me tired, kind of thing, if I overeat. If I stick to low calorie and blood type diet, don't have too much fat, I have massive energy. It's fantastic, and I don't have to sleep as much and stuff like that. So that's why, I've forgotten what the whole point. Adrenal fatigue is the reason why I shouldn't fast. Yeah, it's really bad because it's stressful. I'm holding my kidneys now, rubbing my back, sort of thing. They don't hurt or anything. It's a nervousness thing. Just talking about that, it suddenly reminded me. When I rub my back. And so far, I haven't had any gallbladder pain at all or anything. Any suggestion of that? I had a little bit of indigestion because I lay down. It's like I could have eaten earlier. I lay down and I was getting indigestion. I thought, I haven't eaten anything yet. So it shows, my body wants to clear stuff through, and that's passed now. So, to see if there's anything else. Just remember that thing about wanting to collapse at the end of the day. It's like, I feel tired now. I want to stop, but I want to finish my video so that I can then rest, kind of thing. I feel like if I stop in the middle, it might not come back. I might not come back to it. It might not get done, and then I feel miserable. So I push myself through, and that's part of the problem. It's fear. It's just fear driving me. It might not get done, and then what? What's the big deal? Anyway, I'm feeling more stressed. I think I'll carry on. I'm not brave enough to stop and wait till I feel alright. At the moment, that's another fear to overcome, no doubt. Lick one fear and another one pops. No, it'll help me with all the other fears, I'm sure. But I was doing complicated stuff, trying to edit videos and stuff. But I wouldn't recommend doing that. Just everyone says, take the day off, don't try and work, and lay down so that you can lay down and stuff and rest. And the only reason I was doing complicated stuff was because I want to be able to edit videos, and I discovered. The videos that I'm making, I hate the fact that I can't chop any bits out. If I look stupid or make a mistake or something, or talk about something I don't want to talk about. I hadn't thought about it in advance, and I've got loads of footage that I can't post because of that. And I discovered that in the new beta, YouTube beta studio thing, you can edit videos. So I'm trying to do that. Just chop the beginning off bits off the beginning of one of my videos. So, and I really wanted to be able to do it, so that was driving me on. But I wouldn't recommend. But do your favourite thing. That's what I wanted to say. That was my message. Do your favourite things. And because it's my favourite thing to be able to produce better looking videos, it's driving me on through the pain and the anguish and the pain, the horrible feelings and stuff. So it could go weird in my head sometimes as well. And something else. Another reason for me not to fast, I've got low blood pressure, so And I get low blood sugar swings, and I think you're not meant to do it even if you've got that, in case you faint or something. But I'm not going to go out probably. Or if I do, I'll be telling you guys about it anyway. I don't have to go out, let's put it that way. Yeah, what's that thing about, that's all the things I wanted to cover. What's that thing about collapsing at the end of the day? Did I finish that? That's the way I used to eat and adrenal fatigue, but I now haven't talked about, can't get to quite what that's about. Oh God, I'm feeling panicky now. Embarrassed, Oh, I won't pause. Yeah, I don't like it if if I eat and then I have to do work afterwards. I can do it sometimes, if I've got a job on and got a deadline, I can do that easily, because I feel like the fear of not meeting the deadline is huge. So I'll just eat a small amount of food, and I'll carry on working, and then I might have more later, kind of thing. I've still got the same fear of going to bed without enough food in my belly. But I can eat some, then go back to work, and then eat some more, I do it like that. But yeah, this fear, I wonder what it is, Getting there now. If I have to do something, physically exert myself after, whether it's even working at my desk or especially going out or something, I feel like I'm not going to have any energy left. Yeah, I'm just terrified of that, running out of energy. A lot of people are, apparently. When I was doing karate, did karate for 18 months, that was really good for me, to get that extra confidence kind of thing. But anyway, I won't talk about that for now. But yeah, the tutor said people always are always afraid they're going to run out of energy. So obviously it's not just me. But I think I've got it extra bad because of what happened to me, and it does make sense. Because what happened to me would have been exhausting as a child. So yeah, it does make sense. I'm even afraid of making arrangements in case my energy's crap that day. Evening arrangements. I'm feeling a bit embarrassed now. Maybe I shouldn't talk about this. Because that's how bad it is. I do want to help people though. Yeah, because you can always cancel, but I hate doing that sometimes, and I do put a lot of pressure on myself. That's part of the problem. That's due to upbringing. There's so much I could say about that, about the pressure thing. And I think that affects a lot of people. I watch people who have binge eating, fasting due to binge eating and got disordered eating and stuff. But they finally managed to do a fast. And anyway, this girl in particular, who's she did a really long fast, and then she put all the weight back on, and I don't know. And she's never talked about that she thinks it might be due, because she's quite open and talks about things emotionally. She's never said it might be due to pressure put on me growing up, and that I'm still feeling as an adult, kind of thing. She does look like she's it says go out and create a life that you love, and she's living in Portugal or is it Costa Rica, and works for herself. She is quite pushy type of person, kind of thing, to get what she wants, sort of thing. So I wonder if her parents pushed her. I think that is a big deal. That does make people act out in bad ways, have addictions. So I think they're wanting to eat all the time as well is partly just pressure put on by parents. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Okay. To say briefly that this feeling that after dinner of not being able to have more food, it's so strong, and like all day long, I'll be able to not eat, tonight after dinner. I'll be able to do it, and I can't. Imagine that I won't be able to do it, and every time the feeling is so strong, it's absolutely horrendous. And I think that's because the associations of what happened to me was horrendous. And that's why the the feeling is that strong, but it just makes me want to kill myself, you know, because it just seems so pathetic and baby-like. And how am I ever going to achieve anything in life? You know, you can really spiral down into, and people who have what happened to me happen to them. A lot of them, there's a very high suicide rate amongst them, so I can understand why. I totally understand why. Okay, I've gone over time now, 20 minutes, and I've said enough. Probably more than I should have done. Maybe I'll be able to chop the end bit off. Anyway, love you lots, and wishing you every success with your fasting journey or whatever you're doing today. Okay, bye for now. See you in an hour, maybe. Bye.